Hello everybody, I'm Tone and welcome once again to The Breakdown. Today, as promised in my previous video, I wanted to cover joy versus happiness. And I believe that there's a problem in our society where happiness becomes paramount. Happiness becomes the be-all and end-all, and everything that we put into all the energy we put in from our lives goes into seeking happiness without really knowing even what that looks like. What does happiness look like? Having everything you need and never having a problem. Would that be a fair assessment? But do you ever feel like you already have everything you could want? And on the other hand, do you feel like you never have a problem? How much power do you even have on achieving everything that you want and not having any trouble? How much power do you have in that? How much say do you actually have? Now, too many people sacrifice things like what they really need, or their integrity, or so many other things in their life in order to seek out this happiness that they want, when that's an illusion, right? I'm sure you can follow me down that rabbit burrow to understand that happiness is an illusion in its own right. Because if happiness was the goal, but we just asked the question, who's ever truly happy and whoever truly has no problem going on at any one time? So if happiness is the lack of problem and already having everything you want, then happiness must be an illusion, because no one says that both of those things are happening, right? You can't. I mean, if you already are really, really happy and you already have everything you want and there's nothing else that you want, you've already got it, and you don't currently have a problem, leave me a comment, because I'd really like to hear from you so that I can replicate what you're doing. But in all seriousness, the truth of the matter is happiness is an illusion. And if we're giving up everything that we've got, all of our time and energy seeking out something we can never get, especially sacrificing integrity and honesty, treating people like crap just so that we can get what we want, that's a problem. But let's take joy in contrast. Joy is recognizing that you can have many problems come along in your life, but you recognize that while those troubles are going on, you have what you need, or you have the means by which to get what you need. Or you can look and say, I'm glad I have friends and family around me that can help me get the things that I need and to give me the help that I need. Joy in the face of trial, recognizing what isn't going wrong and holding up and enjoying and recognizing what we have that's going right. Now that's something we can achieve. That can be the goal. It might still be a bit of a moving goalpost, but it's not an illusion. It's something achievable because it's a mindset. It's not something far off in the distance. It's something that you can have right now. Look around your home. You have a house. You might have a car. You might have a job. You might have family. You might at least have some friends close by. You have something to eat. You have somewhere to sleep. That doesn't mean that there's no trouble, but it does mean that you have so much to be thankful for. And that, my friend, is joy. You have joy when you can recognize the things that you have rather than focusing on what you don't have. Now, we can have times where we're very happy, but happiness wasn't the goal. It was just a result of, for that period of time, less trouble and more good fortune, more blessing. Something to understand, that when we go through trials, go through trouble, that's when we grow the most. That's when we have the most amazing growth, is when we come out the other side from the trouble and we say, I've got through this. Next time, that same issue or that same scenario is not going to beat me down like it did, because I know how to beat it now. And being thankful about everything we have. We have such a wonderful country, and we've been so safe and so blessed for so long. What a joy that is. I used to be focused on trying to be happier. I had a partner who gave up everything we had together and left because she wasn't happy. And that was the catalyst to bring me full circle to understand, well, what is happiness? What is this happiness that people seek, and at what cost? What will we pay? What price will we pay to get that happiness? And if that was our goal, at what point do we say we've reached that goal and achieved that level of happiness that we want? And the conclusion I came to was, if that was the basis on which we were going to apply everything and say, hey, this is where we're going to go, but because I'm not happy with this, I'm going to give up what I already have. I'm not going to try to get through the trouble that's coming with what I already have. I'm going to give it up, I'm going to walk away from it, and I'm going to go and seek a whole brand new thing. I don't think that that's something that can serve anyone in good stead. That's not going to set them up with the right way to think. In fact, that's very damaging. Now, my parents had a bit of a trouble during the time that I can remember. Very early. But they got through it. Their support of each other and understanding that the problem was from outside, it wasn't from within. It was something from outside of them that was trying to draw them apart. And only by working together, understanding the truth of everything that was going on, only by doing that, and already recognizing what they'd been through to that point, what they have and the potential of what they could have, that got them through. And I can assure you that they were stronger after that. And then came so much joy for our family. Now, not everybody can get to that point. And this isn't judgment on anyone that didn't. If you've been in that situation and it was too much and it ended, it's not a judgment. But it most certainly is an assurance that if you get through it, you'll be so much stronger. The joy will be so much stronger. And as a result of joy, feelings of happiness come along the way. Trouble doesn't stop, but happiness continues to come along the way. Now, I couldn't tell you what happened with my partner. I hope she found that happiness that she was seeking. But I know it's not possible because happiness is an illusion. I hope that there wasn't another instance after me where something was built, something was looking like it had potential, but it was thrown away because it didn't make her happy. I really hope that didn't happen. But the only way that we can truly dispel the whole theory about trying to get happy is to recognize that that's an illusion. And if we want joy in our life, we need to be thankful and we need to recognize the beautiful stuff we already have going on, irrespective of the trouble that might come with that, irrespective of the trouble that comes along the way. Be thankful and understand what you've got right now. Even if it's very little of what you have, it is still a foundation to build on. And throwing it away to chase the next fad, to chase the next thing that might make you happy, I would hate to think where that could lead anyone. You won't find happiness by giving up on what you have now and just throwing it away. It won't happen. It's an illusion. Happiness is a feeling, but joy is just something that's so difficult to describe unless you have it. Joy, a sense of contentment, regardless of the crap and the trouble that is in your life, contentment and thankfulness for what you've got. And that's so important. I think the reason that I wanted to bring this to you as a video following on from my last one was because there's probably been some difficult times for you all while we've been in lockdown. Especially maybe if you're extroverted and you really usually like to get out there and use all that energy and spend time with people. It's not been a very happy time. But you've had your safety. And you've had all the things that I described before. Things to be thankful for. And that's a joyous thing. I have joy in my heart knowing that that's most likely what you've all had in varying degrees. Safety, shelter, food, friendship, family. Just being able to be in contact with them even if you weren't able to see them. That's joy. And hopefully, now that things are opening up, that there will be more chance for some happy times as well. But don't make happiness your goal. I can't stress that enough. Happiness is not the goal, it is a byproduct of recognizing true joy. Anyway, I know that's quite serious. I've probably come across pretty serious with that, but I really want you to understand that. I really hope that you do. It is my wish, it is my prayer that you all have a sense of joy in your hearts, a sense of thankfulness for what you've got. And from that, I can only imagine the happy feelings that can come from that, because the stress and the anxiety of not finding the happiness is gone, because you're already reflecting back on what you've got. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you once again for joining me on the breakdown. I'm Tone. Please like and subscribe, and please share this video to friends of yours and family that you have, someone that really might like to hear this message or could benefit from it. Please share it to them. Thank you once again for your support. I really, really appreciate it. I've got a video coming out soon after this one to do with the Black Lives Matter March. Keep your eye out for that one. But for now, thank you. God bless. Take care. Love each other. And yeah, we'll see you in the next videos. Thank you so much. Bye for now.